The video reached 1 million views before I even knew it existed. Lessons on Fatherhood for my ex. Her face filled the thumbnail, bright, confident, perfect lighting. My wife. I clicked play. There she was, sitting on our couch, my son on her lap. Laughing, teaching, performing. Her voice was calm, almost tender. This one's for the man who taught me what kind of father my son deserves. The audience ate it up. The comments were full of sympathy and praise. They called her brave, empowered, victorious. I didn't finish the video. I didn't need to. Because I recognized the background. A glimpse of the man's arm in the frame, the same tattoo I'd seen in her phone once. A half-second flash before she cut the shot. Intentional. Calculated. I said nothing, not to her, not to anyone. But 3 nights later, her lawyer called. I heard the screaming through the speaker, "Delete it, now! Do you have any idea whose father is in that video with your son?" And that's when everything went silent inside me. She came home pretending nothing happened, cooking dinner, humming under her breath. The kind of peace that only comes from someone who thinks they've already won. I watched her pour my son's juice. The hand that used to trace my jawline now brushed through another man's child's hair. That thought came uninvited and refused to leave. I didn't ask questions, I just listened, watched. Her phone lit up often, the same contact name, Coach. Late-night notifications, muted laughter from the bathroom, excuses rehearsed until they sounded like truth. I slept beside her still, my body on one side of the bed, my mind 1,000 miles away. Each breath she took felt foreign, each good night a performance. The next morning I called a friend in private security. I didn't tell him why, just asked him to find out everything about Coach. 2 days later I had a name, a face, a file, and an address. His real name was Marcus Grant, 43, former athlete, married once, divorced, no kids, except one. A son, age 7, born 3 months before my wedding. I checked dates again. The overlap was impossible to ignore. But I needed proof, cold, undeniable. So I ordered a DNA test kit. Swabbed my son's cheek while he slept. The hardest thing I've ever done. It felt like betrayal, but I reminded myself she'd started this. The weight nearly broke me. 7 days of pretending, smiling at the breakfast table, helping with homework. Her hand would brush mine sometimes. I'd flinch without meaning to. At night, I'd replay the lawyer's words. "Do you have any idea whose father is in that video?" The answer had been whispering in my head since that moment, but I needed to see it. When the envelope finally arrived, I couldn't open it right away. I just sat there, fingers numb, watching the name Confidential glare back at me. When I did open it, I didn't blink, didn't breathe. Because the numbers didn't lie. 0% probability of paternity. My son wasn't mine. That evening, I came home early. She was on the couch again, editing another video. Our son asleep upstairs. I sat across from her, placed the DNA report on the table. She didn't look up at first. When she did, her eyes froze. "What's this?" she asked. "Proof," I said softly. Her lips parted, searching for a script that wasn't there. "You're misunderstanding." "No," I cut her off. "You are." I slid my phone across. The paused video showed Marcus holding our son, smiling for her camera. The frame everyone thought was a coincidence. I pressed play. She watched herself laugh, kiss the man's shoulder, whisper something that wasn't meant for the world to hear. Her hand covered her mouth. Tears came, fast and uninvited. "I was going to tell you?" "No," I said again. "You were going to monetize it." The silence after that was surgical. 2 days later, I leaked the full version of her own footage, unedited, raw. The internet that once worshipped her turned rabid. Every frame dissected, every lie exposed. I didn't gloat, didn't respond, just filed for divorce. Her sponsors dropped her. Her followers turned. Even her lawyer withdrew representation. She showed up at my door once, mascara streaked, shaking. "You ruined me," she whispered. I looked past her, to the child sleeping upstairs, not mine by blood, but mine by choice until she poisoned it. "No," I said quietly, "you filmed your own ruin." And then I closed the door. Weeks passed. The noise faded. Her channel vanished. I moved out of the city, into a small house near the coast. No cameras, no followers, just quiet. Sometimes I still think about the boy, his laugh, the way he'd reach for me without hesitation. That's the part she'll never understand. The damage she filmed wasn't mine, it was his. People say truth sets you free. They're wrong. Truth burns. But once it's done, it leaves nothing left to chain you. And when there's nothing left, you finally stop bleeding. You just breathe and walk away.